Welcome to the second tutorial on using the app Socrative on the iPad. One important thing to remember about Socrative is, as we said, is an instant response system that students use using their cell phones. But Socrative really works on any web-enabled device because you can just go to socrative.com. So even if you don't have this as an app, as long as you can access a web browser, you can use the features of this software. So we're going to open up our teacher app and we're going to talk about how we can do our quizzes. So right now I'm under the Manage Quizzes page. I got there from the main screen. I hit Manage Quizzes down here at the bottom. And you can see that you can create a quiz or import a quiz. You can import a shared quiz that some other teacher maybe has made, or you can also import a quiz using Excel. Socrative.com has a template that you can use to type quizzes into on Excel, and then you can import that. You can also just create a quiz right on your app or whatever device you're using. So you can give it a name, you can share it if you want to, and then you can have multiple choice questions or short answers. So I'm going to name this one video tutorial. I can have a multiple choice question where maybe I say, what is Socrative? I can have to have at least 2 answers, but I can have up to 5. So let's say instant response system. Maybe we'll say a philosopher because that is what Socrates was. And let's just leave those 2 answers for right now. So I'm going to put a checkbox in the right answer. And then I can also have an explanation if I want to. And then I can also put a short answer question in. So I just would hit short answer. I ask the question, do you like Socrative? You can put an answer in if you want to, if there is a correct written answer, if this is a spelling test or vocabulary test, and an explanation, but you don't have to do either of those. And so then I can hit save. And this is the number I would use to share this quiz with other teachers. So now that we've created a quiz, we can go back to our main screen and administer this quiz. So I can start quiz, so a pre-made quiz. I can select from the drop-down menu any quiz that I have saved. So we have the video tutorial one saved. You can make this be student-paced or teacher-paced. So if you want them to only take 5 minutes, then that's the one that you would pick. But if you want the student-paced one, then you can do it that way. Your options is that you can randomize the answer choices, so maybe students aren't copying from each other. You can disable the immediate feedback. So sometimes if you want them to know whether they're right or wrong right then, you can leave that alone. If you don't want them to know, then you can check that. You can also hide the explanations if you want to. So I'm going to run a student-paced quiz, and then I'm going to show you what the teacher version, not the teacher version, the student version looks like from their cell phone. So here's what a quick quiz would look like on the student device. The first question it asks is to enter your last name, first name. So I'll just say this is Jones Jane and hit submit. And the questions are going to come up. What is Socrative? So I'm going to say instant response system. And then it says good job. And then I can go to the next question. Do I like Socrative? Yes. And then you can have the option of finishing your quiz, or you can let another student take the quiz. So this is handy because if not all of the students have smartphones or other web-enabled devices, then they can share a device. So one student can take it, say let another student, and pass their phone. The next student, of course, has to put their name in when you do that. I'm going to go back to the teacher version. Just give me a second. So now we are back to the teacher version of Socrative during a quiz. So you can see it shows you how many students have completed the quiz, so 1 of 1 because we only have one device within the room. If this was up on the board, then you might leave this version up. But if this isn't up on the board, you can hit live results and it will show you who exactly has answered it or who hasn't finished and how their correct answers. So you can see Jane Jones, she's done 3 of 3 questions and she had 1 of 1 correct answer. because remember, one question was the name and one question didn't have the correct answer listed. So you could watch the students' progress through the quiz using this interface. We can go back to the quizzes that we have. When we try to do that, it's going to say, do you want this report emailed to you or no report? So I'm going to hit no report. If you look under quiz-based activities, you can also run an exit ticket that's already pre-made for you. So it says, well did you understand everything today? And then it says, what did you learn today? So pre-made exit ticket is there. And also Space Race is a kind of a game that students can play using the quizzes that you have. So they try to race each other to get the right answers. That's all the basic things that you need to know about Socrative. So it's an instant response system that you can answer single question activities or quiz-based activities using any web-enabled device.